This is like my least favorite shirt to wear because it looks like I have like a reverse suntan line or like a reverse sunburn line where it's like I was like burned really bad around here, but then like the rest of this is just was covered for some reason. That's just how I look in the camera. It's really bad. Alrighty, hey guys, Funny Guy Timmy here. After posting my video about the James Arnold Taylor video, where he talked about Fiverr and online and the voiceover industry and stuff like that, and after posting my response, I decided to do some more digging. Now, I'd already been questioning a lot of this stuff anyways, and so I was already kind of picking people's brains and, asking questions. But I decided to go to one of my, not one of my, but one of the Facebook groups that I'm a part of that I rarely ever go to. I think I've only been on that web page or that Facebook page like 3 times. But I went there and I asked a question to the group about Fiverr, Voices.com, Voice123. And I was just looking for people's experiences that I wanted to share with you guys. The response that I got back was not the best. Apparently, and I didn't know this because I hadn't been with this group for very long and I don't check up with them often. A lot of people have asked this question, so there was a lot of people that did not want to see this question asked anymore. That seemed like some people were very hurt by the topic, and some people responded to the question as if I was asking about abortion or gun control, like very heated, like very. So it like and I immediately regretted asking. But to my surprise, coming to the rescue more or less, was someone who I wasn't expecting to respond. Bob Bergen. I hope I'm pronouncing his last name right. He is this guy. He is known mostly for his work as Porky Pig. He's worked in the industry for so many years. In fact, he's worked for Warner Brothers for about 27, 28 years. So basically, almost as long as I've been alive, he's worked with Warner Brothers, one of the biggest animation voiceover companies in general. Just insane. And he came in and tried to lighten the mood, more or less came to my defense. And he had some really constructive and really good conversations with some of the other people. And I was just reading it. And there was a lot of people that had really good points, things that both he and I can agree on. And this guy is way out of where I am. I am nowhere near. I'm not even like there's like bottom tier professional voice actors. I'm like just below that. I think. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. But he was talking with one of the people, and one of them said that if you got laid off, let's say you got laid off, and voiceover was really more of a hobby for you. It wasn't really like you didn't really put in that much time yet. You're not an actor, you don't have an agent, stuff like that. It was just kind of a hobby or just something that you were hoping to do in the future, and then you get laid off, and now you have to make money. So in order for you to make money, you go to Voices.com, Voice123, Fiverr, Bidalgo, etc., and so forth, to hopefully make some money. If that's the case, no one can blame you for joining these websites. And that was really the topic, was what has this done to the industry? I've heard a lot of professionals talk about how much they really hate these sites. And I still didn't get a clear answer off this post. I really still don't know. There seems to be a lot of people that still say yes, and there's a lot of people that still say no. Some of them say yes to some sites, no to others, which I can see that. Fiverr being one that the majority of the people can agree has really done the worst damage to the voiceover industry. Second being Voices.com, and then some people saying that they really like Bidalgo and Voice123. So it seems very back and forth. But after this long thread goes on, and there's some people being really, I don't want to say angry, even though, okay, it seemed like some of these voice actors had a father named Fiverr or a stepfather named Fiverr who used to beat them. That's how it seemed. They just seemed like they really very mad about the topic. Well, eventually, Bob Bergen gives me his email address and says if I have any questions, go ahead and ask him. So that's what I did. For the past few days, we've been emailing back and forth, and I had so many questions about the voiceover industry as far as like from an outsider looking in, from an amateur, from a hobbyist, his opinions on online services. When should you get a demo? When should you get an agent? And he looked over all of my stuff. He looked over my demos. He looked over my website. We talked back and forth about, my history and stuff like that. And he gave me a lot of really helpful advice. And it's going to be very hard for me to share some of that advice with you. It's a lot. So I'm going to have to break it into pieces and hopefully share some things with you guys if you've had any of the same questions that I did. But needless to say, it didn't really seem like, from his opinion, that these sites are necessarily evil, per se. There is a lot of damage that has been done from these sites. I don't know if they're rectifying them in any way. I don't know if the voice actors who work with these sites are contributing to the problem or helping to improve it, which is my goal. My goal is to hopefully not do any more damage to the industry through working off these sites. Because if you're someone like me who can't get an agent, who doesn't live in LA or New York or Chicago or any of these major cities where, the industry is, where the industry is known to be, and you're just trying to make some extra money, you're just trying to get a foot in the door, get some practice, get some, something under your belt, some experience under your belt, then these websites are fine. I will be talking more on this in bite-sized chunks later down the line. I'll probably be covering, which sites do I think are better, which ones to avoid, why. I'll probably put them in a list of I think I have 10 that I can probably do, list of 10 or however many I can do. Also be talking about impressions in the industry and what is and isn't legal or allowed, etc. and so forth. So letting you guys know that that's going to be coming up probably shortly. But anyway, if you have any questions that might be part of the topic, leave them down in the comment section below. If you'd like to see any other videos, leave those down in the comment section below. Don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, blah, 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 blah. Peace! This is my least... Why I grab myself like that?